then
What's
go get
up?
a fucking
It's your boy,
reduction. Or
Evan
how about you
Hollywood,
show up to a
back on the
fucking fitting,
IE
bitch,
network.
and show
And
what the
this is
fuck
Take
you
It
need to
or
show?
Leave It.
The fuck? You bitches give that bitch too much leeway.
What does
I'm
Nicki
not giving that hoe
Minaj
no leeway. Lazy
owe her
asshole.
fans? Does Nicki Minaj owe her fans? As you all are aware of, last night was the Met Gala, and Nicki Minaj was slated to appear at the Met Gala. As a matter of fact, the last report that I had was a day before the Met Gala, is that she, Beyonce, Megan Thee Stallion, Rihanna would all be in attendance. Not together, but they would all be in attendance. And when I heard that, I was like, okay, so maybe we'll get all these different interactions. It just was going to be so exciting to see all of these industry titans in the same room. Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, and then of course the people like Rihanna, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, Doja Cat. To see all those titans in the room and all those egos in the room at once, it was just going to be remarkable to see. But then around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I start getting some texts. As you all know, I have a Nicki Minaj, connect. And they were saying that I don't think Nicki's going to the Met Gala. I said, wait a minute, what do you mean she's not going to the Met Gala? There's no way that she's not going to the Met Gala. They had her down under confirmed yes. As it turned out, people waited around and they went out there. Her fan base, a lot of her fan base went out there and they were singing the Nicki Minaj songs, waiting for her to appear. She never appeared. She never gave a statement that she's not going, why she's not going. So people were saying if she's not going, she should send out a statement to us to tell us that at least tell us she's not going, so we won't be looking for her anymore. The later the day got, and her fan base heard nothing, the Barbz, they began to get a little antsy. And while they were getting antsy, they began to get a little ignorant. Then they started getting a little obnoxious. Then they started getting a little vulgar. And the next thing you know, they're all over when they realized that she was not showing up after everyone had already been done from the carpet. And it was pretty much determined that she wasn't showing up at the party. All of the fans, not all of the fans, but a lot of the fans started to turn on Nicki Minaj. I think it was a lot to have to do with it was that her nemesis, Cardi B, was at the Met Gala and she was showing out. She was slaying as usual. Her fashion, as usual, on point. Cardi just dresses better than everybody. It's just a fact. I think if Cardi B had showed up and she looked terrible, or if she would have never showed up at all, I don't think you've been getting all this energy. But multiple fans, and I put some of the tweets up, multiple fans were tweeting, and then they started insulting Nicki Minaj and then her family. Let me tell you guys something. And I find myself now, like I said, I like to keep it straight down the middle. And I usually don't defend millionaires. I'll say the truth, right? I'll tell the truth, and if that comes off as defending them, then so be it. But let me break something down to you guys. Nicki Minaj is a 40-year-old married mother. All right? A 40-year-old married mother. Yes, Nicki Minaj is a superstar. Yes, she is your fave. And yes, I'm sure a lot of you have put or helped put a lot of money in her pocket. I won't deny that. I'm sure she would never deny that. But who do y'all think you are? Hmm? Look at some of these insensitive, obsessed, ridiculous tweets that you guys, whoever it is, and I know whenever someone calls them out, they like to say, oh no, that's not really the Barbz. Yes, it is. That is their MO. Not saying all of them, but that is a lot of their MO. That's the way they talk. That's the way they act. Those are, in their profile, they got Nicki's pictures. Those are Barbz. Now, I'm not saying that fan bases don't have people who infiltrate, but these people, they weren't doing this all day. They were looking forward to Nicki being in the Met Gala, and then they found out she wasn't. All of a sudden, she's lazy. She don't want to serve. Maybe she needs to get an ass reduction, a breast reduction. Because you married that R word, now you can never go anywhere. He's ruining your life. Who do y'all think you are to say that to a grown ass woman with a family? I understand Nicki Minaj gets on social media a little too much for my liking. I think she plays and jokes around with you guys a little too much. I've made that notion before. I've said, Nick, grow up. I've said it to her, grow up. You don't need to do this. And she doesn't. But let's not forget, other than a superstar, Nicki Minaj is a human being. Now, I know a lot of people saying aren't going to feel sorry for Nicki Minaj, but Nicki does her fair share of fuck shit on social media. But I just have to call it the way I see it. I'm talking about this situation. I'm not talking about any other situation any other time. If you are a fan, if you call you, and then you want to say that, oh, you're a diehard fan because you put money up, that doesn't make you. It takes more than that to make it a diehard fan just because you put money in a pocket. You'd have some sort of sensitivity and empathy and consideration. How do you know Nicki Minaj wasn't sick? How do you know her child wasn't sick? Why? Because she didn't put it on the internet? She didn't put it on Instagram? Oh, but if Papa Bear was sick, she'd put it on Instagram? How do you know he wasn't sick? How do you know she wasn't on her period and she was having menstrual pain? Unless you people, which I don't put it past you, when you know when she gets a menstrual? Oh no, that she didn't want a menstrual, child, because she get her menstrual on the 15th. The 15th, child. Like, it ain't nowhere near the 15th, girl. But throw a tampon up your pussy and go and get on that red carpet. That's the type of stuff y'all will say. Nicki Minaj did not show up at the Met Gala, it does not mean she's lazy. Don't she got 3 records out right now on the charts? Ain't that enough for y'all? Huh? Is that not enough? And she's got a music video coming out today? So, and the most important thing is, I don't remember Nicki Minaj saying she was going to go to the Met Gala. I've seen several websites and blogs confirm she was going to be there, but did Nicki Minaj ever come out and say, hey guys, check me out at the Met Gala? I'll be there. I don't think I remember her saying anything like that. Go back and read. You do know that these celebrities that you call your fave, you do know that they see these tweets, right? You do know that they see the hateful things, some of the hateful things you say to them, right? And what did she do to deserve that? Sit home and decide not to go to the Met Gala? Maybe she wanted to chill with her family. Maybe she, didn't want to leave her family and then decided she just wanted to stay home. But she doesn't owe you an explanation of why she didn't go. And I swear, I hope she doesn't give one. People were saying, oh, she was blocking people who was asking where she at. I don't think Nicki Minaj was blocking people that was asking where is Nicki. I think she saw the random people who had something to say and who was insulting her, and she probably blocked those people. I don't think she blocked people just because they were saying, where's Nicki? Hell, I may have tweeted, where is Nicki? She didn't block me. But I'm telling you, you people, there is something seriously wrong with you. You act as though as you know Nicki Minaj, and that's like, one of your friends or your mother, your real mother. I know a lot of you think she's your real mother, but news flash, that woman don't know you. And for all of you that's out there saying, oh, he doesn't even like Nicki, why is he talking? Cut the crap. Miss me with that narrative. Miss me with that narrative. You can't find anything insulting that I've said about Nicki Minaj. Only thing I speak on Nicki is what's from an industry standpoint. You always say, oh, I don't like Nicki, but you never come with any proof of anything I've said negative about her. I'll say something negative about you, about her fan base, because I don't like you. Because of stuff like this. Because you are retarded. Not all of her fan base, but the majority of it. I have to shout out a Barbz. I gotta shout out a Barbz. On Twitter, the name is The Iconic Onika. Make sure you got any Nicki fans, follow her on Twitter. The Iconic Onika. I think it's at JayJueJourmom3. JayJueJourmom and the number 3. Great Nicki fan. We had a great conversation. And she feels bad for Nicki Minaj. And I feel bad for Nicki Minaj. Y'all people gotta pipe down, man. Y'all gotta pipe down. Y'all gotta pipe down, man. These people are human beings. Stop acting like she owes you something. The only thing Nicki Minaj owes to you guys is to put out music. That's all she owes, and she's been doing that. So all of you Barbz that are going in, insulting this woman, insulting her family, mentioning her kid, pipe down and go get yourself checked out. Heaven Hollywood for Take It or Leave It.